I'm taking you through the marketing mix. We have done the product, and the second marketing mix element is the price. Uh, so we refer this to the pricing decision. Um, we shall look into the factors considered when setting the prices, new product pricing strategies, product mix strategies, price adjustment strategies, and then public policy pricing. What is a price? A price goes by many names. We have rent, we have tuition, we have fee, fare, rate, interest, toll, premium, dowry, tithe, commission. All those to us as marketers, we refer them as prices. So dowry is a price, fare is a price for traveling, for moving from one place to another, fee is a price for some services, interest is price maybe for money, market, and many others. Price is the amount of money charged for a product or service, or the sum of the values that consumers exchange for the benefits of having or using the product or service. So it can be in form of money, or it can be the values that the consumers exchanges for utilizing or using a product. The price is also one of the marketing mix elements, that is the second P, and it's the only marketing mix element that brings revenue to the company. So when deciding on the prices, then we should be very careful and give it the attention and the importance that that element deserves. Factors to consider when pricing, there are several that we are going to look at. We are going to categorize them into two: the internal factors and the external factors. The internal factors include the company marketing objectives. We have different objectives. We might be having objectives to survive in the market. We might be having objectives to make profit. We might be having objectives to encourage our customers to try a product, or market penetration, and many other objectives. So all these objectives will affect our pricing decisions. And then marketing mix strategy, the other marketing mix elements, that includes the price, the product itself, the quality of the product might affect the pricing decision. The cost and the work that goes into the product, that might affect the pricing decision. The branding of the product, that is the brand value, also affects the pricing decision, and many other elements related to the product features. And then we have the distribution to ensure that the product is available in the market. The means used to distribute the product vary from product to product and from market to market. So we have different means of distribution. The more the middleman comes in, the more the cost, and the cost will definitely affect the price. So it's important that we consider the distribution price. And then we have the apart, apart from the distribution, we have the promotion, the intents at which we promote our product. We use advertisement, we use salespeople, we use that's personal selling, we use some sales promotion. All those are costs to the product, and therefore will affect the pricing decision. It's important that we take it into consideration, that we decide on the prices, the people, training, the staff, and many other factors. That's another P that affects the pricing decision. We have the physical evidence. Where are we positioned? How are our premises, their website, and many other things will affect the perception and will affect the pricing decision. It's important that we consider all that when doing our pricing. And then we have the cost associated with the product itself. Previously in the marketing mix, I've talked about the cost of the product and many other things, but also we have the cost of the product itself, like the raw material engaged, the work put into the labor and many other things, the machines and everything, all that adds up the cost. And for us to remain in business, we need to cover all the costs. So the price must be able to cover the cost of production. And then we have the organizational considerations. The organization itself has a team, has its management, has its own image, and many other things, of its own mission and vision, and all those issues have to be considered for the pricing of the commodity. For example, we as the organization, maybe we consider ourselves to be a high-end company providing high-end services or high-end products. Then to retain that image or to retain that perception among us, our customers, we have to price ourselves in a similar way. Now we go to the internal factors. They include nature. The external factors, they include nature of the market and demand. The market is very important. We need to consider the market. That is the customers, the users of our product, their financial status, and many other things. And then the demand for the product itself. How is it? Is it highly demanded? Is it average, or is the demand low? So when deciding on the prices, we have to be considerate of all those issues. And then we have competition. What are our competition offering? What are their cost of production? How is their pricing strategy? How is the price itself? What are the other things that they consider when doing their price? Are we likely to lose on customers if we price higher than them, or are we not? So that is important to consider. Are they strong competitors? Did they offer us a lot of competition? Do the customers like their product? How are we going to pull out of the customers from the product so that they can use our product? Those are things that we should consider. We should consider the competition costs of production and many other things. And then other environmental elements like the political environment, the regulation. If the government does some regulations, then we need to stick to the regulations. We stick to the law. They might be setting the price, or they might be setting the upper limit. That's very important that we consider. We have the economical environment, the ecological environment, and other things, and the technology itself. So we need to consider all that and the impact on the pricing decision. Setting the pricing policy. First of all, we need to select the pricing objective. We need to set our pricing objective, and as we know, the objectives have to be smart. They have to be specific. They have to be measurable. They have to be achievable. They have to be uh, they have to be achievable. They have to be not realistic, but they have to be achievable, and realistic is the same. They have to be relevant to the company and to the marketing, to our objectives, and many other things. They have to be time bound. So we need to set some smart objectives, pricing objectives, and then determine the demand of the product. We need to determine the demand of the product. If the demand is very high, then we can price a little bit high. If the demand is very low, then we need to rethink our pricing strategies to entice our customers to try our product. And then estimate the cost. We need to do a proper estimate of the cost. We need to cover our costs when pricing. Otherwise, if we don't price to cover our costs, then we might be running out of profit, and we may lose. We might be running to losses, and we may close the company. And then we need to analyze competitors' cost, prices, and offers. Yeah, it's very important we understand our competition. After we have decided on the internal issues, let's look at our competition. What are their prices? What are their costs? And what is their offer? The big thing, the product itself, is it better than ours, or is it inferior than ours? Then as we make those decisions, as we analyze the product, then we are likely to price our product properly. And then we select our pricing methods. We will discuss several of them in a moment, and then we select the final price for our product. Uh, the general pricing methods, we have several pricing methods. One of them is cost-based pricing strategies. Cost-based pricing strategies, we have cost plus pricing, where we set the price, we calculate the cost, we find out the cost of our product, and then we give some standard markup, maybe 10%, maybe 5%, maybe 20%, or even 30%, and then we get our price, as simple as like that. And then we have target profit pricing. We need to identify our profit. How much do you want to make? And that profit might be based on what we want to remain with after our costs are covered. And then after we set our target profit, that is able to cover all our costs and pay salaries and do everything, then after that we are going to set our price based on that. The other pricing strategies, we have value-based pricing. In here we don't consider much of the cost, but we consider the perceptions of our buyers. How do they perceive to be the value? What value do they perceive to be of our product? If they perceive it to be higher, then we pick what they perceive, and if it's lower, then we may consider pricing a little bit lower, but at the same time we should be able not to make losses. And then competition based pricing, consumers, in this pricing strategy we work on the fact that consumers will base their judgment of a product value on the prices that competitors charge for the similar product. For example, if I'm traveling from Voi to Nairobi, what is the average price, what is the average fare that I'm likely to pay? So that is how I'm going to judge the price of a product that is being offered. For example, if I want to buy a bottle of water, bottled water, I look at what is being offered, I look at the average price in the market, then I will judge whether your pricing is fair or is a little bit expensive. So we set our price based on the market price. We may choose the going price or the bids. This is the pricing method that is used for competition. Um, the other thing is psychological pricing, odd or even pricing. We set the prices at some funny figures, like instead of saying our product is selling at 1,000 shillings, we might say that it's selling at 989. That one plays with the thinking, with the mind of the customers and our price and the customers. Even if it's just a shilling, um, they might consider that one to be cheaper, and they are likely to make a decision to buy that particular product. And then we have the other one is prestige pricing. That is where we rate our product price very high, so that it can reflect the quality of the product. So we are targeting the high-end customers, or we want to position our product as a high-end product. That way we price it very high. Let's start at the product mix pricing strategies. Product line pricing strategies. It's where we have similar products or a group of related products, and we have categorized them differently, but we may decide to price them the same or differentiate their prices. For example, Coke soda, we have Coke original, we have Coke light, we have Coke diet Coke, we have Coke zero, and many others may be coming up. But how do we price these ones? We have to consider the costing, we have to consider the positioning before we come up with the right price. Optional pricing, this is a situation where we charge extra for optional features added to your product. For example, if you're buying a car and in that car we have some music system that is different, then we might charge differently for the differences that you are requiring. Or maybe the seats are pure leather, then we might charge differently for the leather seats, and many other options might come in that we need to consider. And then we have captive pricing. Captive pricing is where we sell our main product at a lower price, and then we expect that customer to be coming back to buy some parts that are supposed to be used together with that particular product. For example, if you buy a printer, a printing machine, if you buy a printing machine from a certain company, most likely you have to get the cartridges or the ink from them. So when they sell the printer at an affordable price, you are likely to become a long time customer, since you'll be going back to them to buy the cartridges. So the printer is the captive product. We price it low so that you buy it, and we hook you into our products. And then by-product pricing is why we're producing a main product, and then in the process we have the byproducts that might come together with that one. So the way you price the main product and the byproduct, it is complementing in manner. So we might use the byproduct to lower the cost or the price of the main product, or to cut some costing, or we might equally charge the same for the different products that are coming, or byproducts that are coming up. For example, if you buy cooking oil and bar soap might be a byproduct of the cooking oil, and the process, when pricing the bar soap, we might be recovering some costs for the final product. And then we have product bundle pricing, is whereby we bundle some products together and then we price them as a bundle. Um, for example, if you go to the supermarket sometimes and you are going to buy baby products, you might find Carson's offering a bundle of some products packaged together. You might find there's some baby oil there, there's petroleum jelly there, there is some wipes there, there's some lotion there, and there is some shampoo there. There are 5 or 6 products bundled together, and then and then you're given a price of a bundle. That way, then you are likely to pay less, than you're going to make some savings as compared to a situation where you buy them separately. We have price adjustment strategies. Sometimes we may need to adjust prices of our products, and how do we do it? We have one discount and allowance pricing strategy. We discount products, we give discounts. We might call it quantity discount, or some reason to get the customers some discount to encourage them to buy more, for example. And then we can give allowances, maybe to help us promote our product, or provide us some shelf space. That is part of the pricing strategies. And then we have segmented pricing, where we segment the market and then we give different prices for different segments. For example, we might segment our market is to rural and urban, and then we give different prices for the rural market and the urban market. We might give lower prices for the rural markets, because most cases the rural do not have many sources of income, and then we might price it higher for the urban markets, or vice versa might be true, depending on how the product, depending on the demand of the product and the market itself. Promotional pricing is situations where we want to promote the product, we want to increase the sales, we want to boost the sales of our product, then we do promotional pricing. We price the product lower so that we can encourage our customers to try the product. That is the end, and I thank you for listening.